Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first WWE 2k18 Universe Mode pay-per-view. This is WWE Backlash, and I'm BrendenPlayz. Tonight, Backlash will play host to one of the biggest matches in Universe Mode history when we see Goldberg go one-on-one with The Undertaker. But first, we kick tonight's show off with the United States Championship on the line. It is Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, arguably the two best United States champions in Universe Mode history, who will be crowned the best. Well, here we go. Dolph Ziggler on his way to the ring, and you can't exactly be appreciative of what Dolph Ziggler has done over the last number of weeks, attacking Shinsuke Nakamura after matches, before matches, you name it. Ziggler is doing everything he can to get in the head of Nakamura. But let's take you back to No Mercy, where this all started. It was Dolph Ziggler celebrating with Nakamura after Nakamura won his US title matchup. But after the win, Ziggler would pounce, he would strike, and he would take down Nakamura after the match. And from then on, Ziggler would go on to beat The Miz, become the #1 contender, and get his chance at the champion here tonight. He's been terrorizing Nakamura for weeks. Now this is Shinsuke's chance to get his revenge by beating Ziggler one-on-one fair and square in the middle of the ring tonight. What an opportunity that he has here. He is Shinsuke Nakamura. He is your United States champion, two-time US champion. And with combined championship reigns, he is now the longest reigning champion in Universe Mode history. Arguably the most successful US champion, but Ziggler believes that he is the best. Ziggler, of course, is the longest reigning champion for the United States Championship in one single reign. So Nakamura won't be able to do that tonight, but Nakamura can continue to add prestige to that championship and continue building his resume as one of the emerging stars. Many believe Nakamura could be the rising star, the breakout star in the future, the next world champion maybe. Well, this is the time we need to see Nakamura at his best. He needs to beat Ziggler tonight, and maybe we see the US champion battling the Universal champion in the future. Nakamura has been excellent, and a lot of build around him, a lot of hype around him, but he has delivered. He didn't go through NXT, he missed NXT straight to the main roster, and he made a huge impact winning the US title in his first month of in-ring competition. He would go on to hold that title for many months until he lost it to Austin Aries, but he would win back the title at SummerSlam, defended it No Mercy, and here he is again tonight, looking to defend that championship one more time against Dolph Ziggler, his next opponent. These two men have never met one-on-one for the United States Championship. And what a chance this is for Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, a former world champion, a WWE champion, all of 5 minutes he held it for until it was taken away from him. And ever since, he has had a chip on his shoulder. He's decided, no more. I'm not going to wait around for my opportunities anymore. I'm going to take them. After months and months and months of Ziggler wondering what is next for him, what do I do next, when's my next world title shot, when's my next big break, well, Ziggler decided, I'm not going to wait around for it anymore. I am going to take it myself. And that's why we're here. Ziggler took it upon himself to take down Shinsuke at No Mercy. He won the US title #1 contendership match. And here we go. Nakamura and Ziggler one-on-one. This rivalry has been getting intense, and it's a good start here for Ziggler. These two have been fighting it out for weeks now, for the last month. Ziggler blindsiding Nakamura on many occasions, and Ziggler a little bit reserved. We thought Ziggler might come out on the previous episode of Monday Night Raw when Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Baron Corbin one-on-one in the preparation for this matchup. We thought maybe Ziggler might look for a sneak attack there, but Nakamura was so convincing, so excellent in his win. Ziggler decided to wait until Backlash to try and strike. Maybe for the best for Dolph Ziggler, because Nakamura was looking really good. I don't think Ziggler might have been able to get the better of Nakamura on that occasion if he had tried to attack. Ziggler likes to work with sneak attacks, and that's what he's been best at for weeks now. And Dolph Ziggler now has to prove himself in the ring one-on-one against Nakamura. He believes he's good enough. He believes he's better than Nakamura. And he's just tired of Nakamura getting all the praise and Ziggler just getting nothing. Which is fair enough. Ziggler's had his chances. He's failed, though. That's the thing. Ziggler has had his opportunities, but he has not made the most of them. He has lost those matches when it counts the most. And because of that, Ziggler finds himself out of contention for titles. Maybe this newfound attitude of Dolph Ziggler may be exactly what he needs to get himself back to the top. Now Nakamura. Oh, what a powerbomb. Excellent from Shinsuke, picking up Dolph Ziggler, taking him down after the reversal. Turned into a high impact move right there, as now Ziggler back to his feet, looking to continue the assault here on Nakamura, but Shinsuke going to drive Ziggler towards the ropes. Here comes Shinsuke. Oh, went for that knee. Went for that knee strike, and Ziggler knows it's coming. He scouted out Nakamura for months. These two were allies. Oh, Nakamura with a shoulder takes down Ziggler to the outside. Let's not forget, when Austin Aries and the Big Show were targeting Nakamura, when it was 2-on-1, who was there to help? It was Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler was the only man putting his hand up to help out Nakamura, which is why it was so shocking when Ziggler would turn on Nakamura at no mercy, all for the United States Championship. That's how much this championship means. Maybe this whole friendship between Nakamura and Ziggler was all fake. It was all about Ziggler getting close to the champion. All about Ziggler making sure he keeps his enemies closer. And, well, it's worked out pretty well for him. He obviously knows a lot about Nakamura now, and he gets his title shot against Nakamura. This is his best opportunity to win here. Now Nakamura with a shot to the back of Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, look out. This is not good at all for him. Stop right into the midsection. Well, Ziggler spent many months dealing with the former Raw General Manager, The Rock. Those two had a WrestleMania match where Ziggler would beat The Rock as well. It was chaotic between the two. It was almost hell for Ziggler. So he's gone through hell and back. As now Nakamura, suplex, can't get the win. Ziggler has gone through hell and back, and understandably is now frustrated that things are just not going his way. No matter what happened to Ziggler, he still just couldn't remain at the top. Everything was just working against him. And now Ziggler finds himself not in the world title picture anymore, wondering what's next for his career. And now this is his time. He needs to go one step above Nakamura, who many believe is the next man in line. Many believe Nakamura, if there's going to be a new superstar challenging for that Universal title, it's going to be him. And Ziggler wants to be that man instead. Kick out there by Shinsuke, as well as Ziggler on the charge right now. He's in control of this matchup. Looking to go to the top right now. Dolph Ziggler up top. Nakamura towards the middle of the ring. Laying down, and there's an elbow. Pinpoint perfection, and gets it right on the chest of Shinsuke, but a single leg takedown, and Ziggler spun off his feet. Well, despite Ziggler getting that beautiful elbow, Nakamura not too phased, back in it. Shinsuke now going to drive Ziggler towards the other corner. Here he comes. Shinsuke, oh, went for that knee. And Ziggler, oh, a beautiful drop kick. And understandably, a moment ago as well, attacking the knee of Nakamura. And here is Ziggler showing off a little bit. This is unnecessary. This is why I think Ziggler misses out on the big matches sometimes, because he's looking to just show off that little bit too much. And that showboating can often lead to his demise. Nakamura now with a snapmare takedown. Elbow there. And Nakamura will get Ziggler up. Ziggler, though, with the counter. Right hand now by Dolph. And now Ziggler. Look out. Oh, Shinsuke's got him up again. There's another powerbomb. He's done it again. Shinsuke, crafty and swift into that powerbomb. And now, almost thinking that maybe it could be a big moment in this matchup where Nakamura could steal a victory there. But Ziggler good enough to kick out. As now Ziggler went for a DDT. Nakamura with a Russian leg sweep. Ziggler can't connect. This is when Nakamura's at his best, finding ways to counter, finding holds, and continuing to strike. Now, working on the arm of Dolph Ziggler. This is not good for Dolph. What does Dolph do here? He's better than this, Dolph Ziggler. He's not having his best performance right now. I think he knows he needs to slow things down and reassess. Nakamura won't let him. Ziggler had a hold of Nakamura, but he's let go, and now the knee. Ziggler taken down, and again Nakamura picks him up and just slams him back down. Well, this is comprehensive stuff from the champion Nakamura, looking excellent here tonight. Dolph Ziggler looking a step behind. Shinsuke proving why he is the champion right now, and Dolph Ziggler maybe proving why the big matches have eluded him. Just can't seem to get going. Now Shinsuke lining up Dolph Ziggler, and now Nakamura went for the Kinshasa. Oh! Ziggler grabbed the leg, but Nakamura still able to execute a kick. Ziggler ducks underneath. Ducked underneath that clothesline, and now Ziggler slamming down Nakamura. Inverted power slam there by Ziggler, but can't get the job done. And now Ziggler continues to try and work his way back into this matchup. It's been tough going. Nakamura's been so good. Now the side headlock. Ziggler just trying to slow it down, put some pressure back on the champion because things are just not working out in his favour. Fortunately though for Dolph Ziggler, he's been able to find a few counters for those big knee strikes that Nakamura's attempted. Ziggler clearly has done his homework and he knows how to find a way to block those knees, and that's probably the most important thing for Ziggler here tonight. If he takes out the knees of Shinsuke, well, then you take out a big element of this matchup. Huge arsenal of Nakamura is eliminated as Ziggler clotheslines him to the outside. Nakamura trying to get back in the ring. I think Ziggler should have tried to avoid that. Oh, a famouser! Maybe that's what he wanted. I thought Ziggler could have taken Nakamura to the outside again, but he went for the famouser and connected. But Nakamura's back to his feet now. And Ziggler gut wrench and drives down Shinsuke Nakamura. Gut wrench suplex, and now Dolph is in the corner. We've seen the super kick. We've seen it used wisely and very well. It's been used to put Nakamura down. Although Nakamura able to find a way to duck underneath and continue the knee strikes of his own. Nakamura has Ziggler down. And now Shinsuke lining him up for the Kinshasa! Ziggler is down! Ziggler's gonna get beaten! Oh, he gets the shoulder up! Are you kidding? Nakamura thought it was 3, so did I. Wow, that was close. Ziggler barely getting that shoulder up in time. Here's the cover and a kick out. So close. Now Dolph has a second chance. A second chance in this match. Can he make the most of it? Nakamura hit that Kinshasa, but the thing was is that Nakamura probably didn't have the elevation to work with. Ziggler was still pretty much down. Nakamura really wasn't able to get the full effect and have Ziggler fall back harshly on the back of his head and his back. Maybe that's a difference, I don't know, but Ziggler just had enough in him to kick out. Ziggler gets Nakamura down, but Shinsuke reversing back. This is a back and forth exchange here between two excellent performers inside this ring. Both men know how to get technical. Both men know an arsenal of submissions as well. So far, the submission game has been, well, thrown out the window. It's all about trying to hit your best strike. And Nakamura so far has done that the most effectively. To his credit, Ziggler stays in it. Now Nakamura has Ziggler up. Here comes Shinsuke. There's that driver. Shinsuke driving the challenger down. Now to the second. Oh, tried to drop the fist, but Dolph Ziggler able to counter. Ziggler now puts the pressure back on the champion. Here is the cover, and near fall to counter too. Nakamura using all the time he can just to rest up. Why not? Give yourself a chance for a breather. Dolph Ziggler, what is he planning? He's going to the second now. Now Ziggler, they tried to drop the fist. Instead, the knees landed on Nakamura. And Ziggler showboating again. Trying to get this crowd behind him, or taunt the crowd. Now the famouser. Dolph Ziggler could be within range of winning this championship. He is getting close. Nakamura is in danger. Looking for another powerbomb. This time Ziggler, he's up to the task. Finds a counter. Few strikes to the face of Shinsuke. Now Dolph. There's the knee. And now Ziggler. Look out. The neck breaker. Dolph Ziggler into the cover. Is this going to be here for the champion? Will we see a new one? No. Ziggler can't get the job done. Not yet though. Nakamura still kicking out, but now Ziggler may be looking for these one big shot. The zigzag. Nakamura from behind. Look out! Zigzag! Ziggler with the zigzag! It has won the United States Championship! Ziggler has done it! He's back on top! Dolph wins the US title. It has been 1 year plus since Ziggler has held a championship here in Universe Mode, and Dolph gets one back again. Another title coming home to Ziggler. That was the turning point when the Kinshasa was kicked out of. Ziggler somehow did it, and now Dolph is a 2-time United States champion. Unbelievable. Ziggler is back on top. He said he was good enough. He said he was better, and he has proven it. Dolph wins tonight. He beats Nakamura. And now Shinsuke's back in the ring, and Ziggler wants to shake the hand of Shinsuke. Okay. Oh, come on! A low blow. A kick below the belt. Ziggler showing no respect. Are you kidding me? What has gotten into Dolph Ziggler?
It is time for our next matchup, and it will be a handicap match featuring the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Strowman. Well, Braun Strowman is all alone as he takes on Cesaro and Sheamus. It is a handicap match, 2-on-1 tag match. So Strowman will not have to worry about both men at the same time. It will be a tag in and out situation. But Braun Strowman, well, is a little unlucky. I mean, this situation is not ideal at all for him. It's one that I'm sure he did not really expect when he defended the Intercontinental Championship against Cesaro about a month ago now. It was after the match that Sheamus attacked Braun Strowman, and it was a 2-on-1 beatdown. Braun Strowman tried to get some revenge the next week, but he failed. He came out to attack Sheamus, but Cesaro and Sheamus once again got a 2-on-1 situation. Strowman got the better of him again. And again, Sheamus, Cesaro, and AJ Styles beat Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, and Sami Zayn in a 6-man tag. So it's really been all Cesaro and Sheamus dominating the bigger man, who clearly, yes, he's huge, but you come up against two high-caliber superstars and Cesaro and Sheamus at the same time, it's nearly an impossible situation to overcome. Not easy at all for him. It's all because Cesaro and Sheamus are one of the newest teams on SmackDown, and they're picking out a superstar as their first initial target. They want to be the best team on this brand, and to do so, well, they want to pick off some of the biggest names on SmackDown, and one of the biggest men on SmackDown is Braun Strowman, including the fact that he is the Intercontinental Champion as well. Cesaro wanted that title, he missed out, and he's made Strowman pay ever since, thanks to the help of this man, Sheamus. A former World Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion Sheamus coming over to SmackDown from Raw in the brand shakeup that took place after No Mercy. What a team this will be. We're just seeing it in its infancy right now, but they're two men that, I tell you what, they are just so impressive. And I gotta say, you give them an opportunity at those tag titles, they could be deadly. They could take those belts. But right now, their focus is on Braun Strowman. 2-on-1, a handicap match, something we don't normally see. But Braun Strowman is all alone here tonight. Strowman shrugs off Cesaro. Well, I guess our GM Edge thought maybe Strowman, look, you're bigger enough and you're bad enough. Let's see if you can take on two at once. It's not going to be easy at all. In fact, it's pretty much an impossible challenge. A really difficult task for them to overcome. Oh! Uppercut there by Cesaro. Well, if anyone can do it, it may be Braun Strowman. He is good enough. But Strowman has just such an arduous task ahead. Sheamus and Cesaro are so impressive. They're so good. And both individually have had a lot of success. Cesaro yet to win the World Championship, but other than that, he has done everything else. IC title, US title, tag title. As now he's getting struck in the back there by Strowman. A couple of vicious strikes there. Braun Strowman, two-time Intercontinental Champion now, and many believe will be the future of the SmackDown brand. With AJ Styles currently the WWE Champion. Of course, that could change later on tonight in our matchup as having on Cesaro, springboard uppercut. When we see AJ Styles take on Chris Jericho in a 2 out of 3 Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE Championship. That will be big. And that will take place later on. So looking forward to seeing how that one happens. But Strowman, look, you know, he's got the size about him, but he's also really starting to develop the in-ring ability. Sometimes a lot of muscle and size is not good enough. But Strowman proving that look, he is good enough. He is capable. And Braun Strowman now looking to go for a shot there on Cesaro, diving down. Braun Strowman, this may be his toughest challenge as Intercontinental Champion. Yes, he took on the Wyatt family 3-on-1, so he does have a bit of experience of the numbers game, but 3-on-1 in the same match never took place when he took on the Wyatts. This is the first time Strowman really experiencing a handicap actual matchup rather than a fight. And this is the thing, Cesaro struggling early on here, but he gets the tag, and now the fresh man of Sheamus is in. Now Cesaro looking for the spin. He's swinging around Braun Strowman, and Sheamus with the dropkick connecting. Good start here by Cesaro and Sheamus, using these tags to, well, try and tire Braun Strowman out. He's a big man, he will tire. And that's all that Sheamus and Cesaro have to do. Just keep tagging each other in and out until Strowman does get worn down. Strowman has a tendency of only having short and sweet matches because he's able to put his opponents away quickly. And I think if he's going to win here tonight, he has to try and replicate that. He's going to have to try and take Cesaro and Sheamus out at the same time. Nearly an impossible task, I think. An uphill battle for Strowman at least. Cesaro wants another tag. Sheamus wanted to try and get there. He was reaching out, but Strowman was able to stop him. Now Sheamus has a chance to tag out. And he will. Cesaro's in. Excellent tag team work here between these two. Braun Strowman was impressive against Cesaro early on. It looked likely that Strowman, might be able to get the better of Cesaro, maybe look for a big move and try and put him away. But as soon as Cesaro gets the tag, as we see another one here, it just ruins any momentum that Braun Strowman builds. Sheamus back in, and Sheamus is a big man himself. He can match up well to Braun Strowman. Cesaro, very powerful as well, so it is not an ideal match at all for Braun Strowman. He can't really use his size advantage all that much. As the advantage, as Sheamus with a big boot right there to Strowman, who's going to be sent into the corner. Well, Braun Strowman is as good as it gets here on SmackDown, but this is just an unfair match for him. 2-on-1. If he wins this, it'll be a miracle. It'll be a performance of a lifetime. Strowman went for a drop kick. Sheamus swatted it away, though. Somehow able to get those tree trunk legs out of the way. And now Sheamus is fired up here. Why wouldn't he be? He's looking good. Braun Strowman just getting beaten down here. Strowman had his foot on the rope, but it's now off. And now the submission is on. If Strowman taps, it's over. If he gets pinned as well, it'll be over. This is not elimination, so Strowman just needs to pin either Sheamus or Cesaro to win. Just needs to get one pinfall. Likewise for Sheamus and Cesaro, but oh, what a kick there by Strowman. Braun Strowman, throughout his reign as Intercontinental Champion, had to deal with Luke Harper, had to deal with Bray Wyatt and Cesaro, and of course Rusev as well at No Mercy. So he's beaten some high caliber opponents. He's really impressed many. Braun Strowman now getting dragged towards Cesaro. Sheamus wanted to get another tag. Can't do it though. Strowman with his elbows. Shrugging off Sheamus now. And now Strowman, look out. He's got Sheamus up. This is what we want to see from Strowman. Sheamus going down and caught some of the rope on the way down as well. That arm getting tangled up there. Not ideal. Now Strowman going for the cover. He may do it. Can he beat Sheamus here? No, Sheamus good enough to kick out. Sheamus needs to tag in Cesaro here because Braun Strowman has got some evil intentions. Braun Strowman wants to slam Sheamus into oblivion. Can Braun Strowman do it? He's got Sheamus up, but no, Sheamus with a counter. How big will that be? Sheamus may have saved the match for himself. And now, an elbow. Going to be driven in the corner as well. And now the tag here. It's just not working out at all. Cesaro with the big boot right there to Strowman's skull. Braun Strowman may be done. No, he kicked out. Strowman's still in it. Okay, Braun Strowman's still okay. I thought maybe there was a chance that was going to be it. Strowman still has life. Now Strowman has Cesaro trying to powerbomb him, but Cesaro able to find a counter. And now a shot to the midsection by Strowman on Cesaro. Now Cesaro with a clothesline. SDO takedown there by Cesaro, able to get Braun off of his feet. Sheamus wants to watch as Strowman is in pain. Sheamus is loving it. Maybe another tag could be coming soon as well. Keep these two fresh. So far, they've had a great game plan here. Strowman trying his best here to survive. And now look at the power of Braun Strowman! But you can see the exhaustion is coming. How much did that take out of him using all that power there? All that energy to try and get Cesaro up and slam him down. And now Cesaro with the uppercut. He made Braun Strowman fly in the air. Somehow hit the uppercut. Strowman though still going. Strowman not giving it up yet. Braun Strowman wants this win. He wants to prove a point to Cesaro and Sheamus. He wants some revenge. This is the way to do it. Beat them 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Braun Strowman trying his best. It's an uphill battle, as we said. It's a fight that realistically he should not win. But Braun is giving everything he's got now. Braun's going to get Cesaro in the corner. This is not good. Cesaro's hung up now. Braun Strowman with the boot right to the throat there of Cesaro. Effective by Braun. This is Braun Strowman's chance. He's got Cesaro down. He's had Cesaro in here for a little bit of time now. And Braun, I think, senses the opportunity as well. Going for another big powerbomb, I think. Cesaro with another counter. So Braun, when he's about to try and put Cesaro away, Cesaro's good enough to find a counter. And now again from Cesaro. Look out! German suplex. No luck at the moment for Strowman! Another uppercut, and Strowman is down. This is not good at all. This may be the end of Braun. He's on wobbly feet, on one knee at the moment, struggling. Cesaro is in control. And the Intercontinental Champion is fighting, but he may have no more fight left in him. A 2-on-1 assault for weeks now has led to this match. And it's unfortunately the same result, maybe, with Braun Strowman getting beaten, but he's still going now as he hangs Cesaro up on the ropes. Can Strowman do it? He's in a bad way. And you see, look how exhausted he is. It's because he's got no one to tag. Cesaro and Sheamus are still fresh, although Cesaro has been isolated for a decent amount of time now. Oh, a thump to the eye! Oh, come on. If it wasn't already hard enough, a thump to the eye. You've got to be kidding me. And now look out. Sheamus. Here comes the bird kick. Right to the head of Braun Strowman. The cover. Sheamus and Cesaro get the job done. Cesaro, rake of the eye, into the broad kick after the tag. Well, it was already 2-on-1. Do they really need to go for the cheap shot to Braun Strowman's eyes? The thump of the eye puts Strowman away. Strowman, to his credit, he fought so hard. But it was always a fight. He was never going to win. He somehow stayed in it for as long as he did. But here it was the end. Here was the end. The broad kick. Sheamus, when he kicks you in the face, you don't get up. And these two are building momentum. The confidence is building. The relationship is still developing, but I gotta say this, these two are excellent.
You think you know me?
Well, we've got a special appearance here by our SmackDown General Manager, Edge. What is he doing out here? The Rated R Superstar, the General Manager of SmackDown, coming out here, maybe to address the fans here tonight. We saw him, well, get brushed off by Roman Reigns on the recent episode of SmackDown. And Edge may have a message about that to deliver. He is the General Manager of SmackDown. He's had a successful tenure as the GM. Continues to be impressive. Continues to bring SmackDown high-level quality of action. And Edge has a message, I think, for Roman Reigns in the WWE Universe. Edge will address the fans. What will Edge have to say? I mean, it's been a tough few weeks for Edge. Reigns has just been running rampant. Does he have a solution? Okay, Roman Reigns, you've made your point. Last week on SmackDown, that was enough. I see what you're trying to do. You're going to interfere in every single big match until you get what you want, and that is a WWE Championship opportunity. Well, Roman, I'm here to tell you that that's not going to happen. I know tonight that you're here in this building and you want to interfere in my big main event. Chris Jericho and AJ Styles, the rematch, the match that I need to see. We all want to know who's the better man because No Mercy didn't tell us. So Roman, I'm here to tell you right now that you better not even get near my big main event tonight. In fact, Roman Reigns, I've got a solution to all of our issues. It's quite clear to me that you and we just don't get along. I believe that you don't deserve a world championship opportunity because you don't have respect for anybody in this business. You only care about yourself, and it's quite clear. You're willing to sabotage SmackDown every single week until you get what you want. You don't care what anyone else wants. You don't care what else happens around anything but yourself. You are self-centered and too arrogant for your own good. And Roman, things need to change. If you want to stay here on SmackDown, things must change. But that's the thing, Roman. I don't want you on SmackDown anymore. In fact, I've been chatting to the Raw General Manager, Christian, and we've made a bit of a negotiation here tonight about trading you to Monday Night Raw, because quite clearly, I'm not going to give you what you want, and you're not going to give me what I want. And I want you to show everyone some respect, and I want you to actually be a decent human being. Instead of fighting everyone when their backs turn, instead of ambushing people in the locker room, I want you to go in the ring and earn these opportunities. But Roman, quite clearly, when you get your chances, you just lose. So what do you do when you lose? You whine about it and you complain, instead of getting back in there and proving yourself again. So Roman Reigns, I can't deal with you anymore. Me and you, we are just done. We are two different people that just won't work. SmackDown and Roman Reigns just does not gel. So I've decided to trade you from SmackDown to Raw. So ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns is now a part of the Raw roster, and allow me to introduce to you the newest member of... Well, I don't think so. Roman Reigns on his way to the ring now. Edge wants to trade Reigns from SmackDown to Raw. Their working relationship is no more. Edge just can't deal with Roman Reigns any longer. He needs to get rid of him. Roman Reigns, though, has clearly an issue about that. Reigns on his way to the ring now. What is he going to say to the general manager? I'm surprised by this situation. I thought maybe Edge might be able to work things out between Roman Reigns, but he doesn't even want to. Edge just wants Reigns gone. He's sick and tired of Roman Reigns, and why wouldn't he be? Reigns has attacked AJ Styles in the locker room, Jericho and Orton last week on SmackDown in the ring, Jericho another week in the ring. Reigns is just relentless. He's just not going to stop at anything until he gets what he wants. Roman Reigns just wants a title opportunity. He's been starved of them. He believes he deserves them, but the GM doesn't. No. You're not getting out of this that easy, Edge. You're not taking the easy way out and trading me over to SmackDown just because I'm a little bit too difficult for you. You know that I deserve a WWE Championship opportunity. And if I go to Raw, I have to climb my way back up the ranks again, when I am clearly the rightful man to be the #1 contender. I beat Chris Jericho a few weeks ago. I know that I am better than Chris Jericho. You know it too, but you continue to deny me. I'm not going to Raw, because if you try and make me go to Raw, I'm just going to show up every single week. I'm going to come in through the crowd, I'm going to come in through the parking lot, backstage, and I'm going to fight anybody that gets in my way until you have no choice but to give me what I want. I want and I deserve a WWE Championship opportunity. This thing between you and I, it needs to end, because you need to man up and admit that you were wrong about me. You keep telling everyone that I'm not the man. You keep telling everyone that I'm not good enough, when you know deep down inside I am. You know I am good enough to be the champion. You know if I get in the ring with AJ Styles that I will beat him. So Edge, stop denying the truth. Just give me a title shot. Or what about this? If you don't think that I have any respect for anyone, if you don't respect me, well, how about I beat some respect into you? How about you step up? How about you man up? And how about you take me on one-on-one at the Survivor Series pay-per-view? Because if you think that I'm not good enough, well, how about I show you just how good I really am? See, Roman, you're just running your mouth again. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Roman, you just continue to shoot yourself in your own foot. You may think that you deserve an opportunity, but when you go around beating people up, that's not the way to get them. I can't have someone like you representing and carrying my brand. I can't have you as the face of my show. But Roman, you do bring up an interesting point. You want to show me how good you really are. Well, maybe that is not a bad idea, but I propose this. Nobody really needs to see you and I go one-on-one because I'm not here to try and take a spot away from a younger guy. But if you want to take me on in a match, let's do it. Since Raw has a traditional Survivor Series 4-on-4 tag team match, I figured we better get one of our own. So Roman, why don't you find 3 people who have the same idiotic values as you, get in the ring, and team up to take on my team. I'll find 3 superstars here on SmackDown that deserve an opportunity to shine. 3 guys that deserve a title shot more than you. And when we win, I'm going to give those guys that opportunity. And when I win, that trade that Christian and I made, it's going to be accepted and it's a done deal. But if you win, Roman Reigns, I will concede that you are as good as you say you are, and I will give you a title shot anytime, anywhere, any stipulation you want. Your terms. You get what you want if you win, and if I win, I get what I want. I'll see you at Survivor Series. Well, that is huge! Edge versus Reigns! It takes place at Survivor Series! Our next matchup here at Backlash, the Women's Championship will be on the line. Nia Jax competing in a triple threat matchup taking on Sasha Banks and the Women's Champion Becky Lynch. Well, we had a series of triple threat matches leading into Backlash. One of them, Nia Jax, did win. She defeated Paige and Natalya in a triple threat match on the recent episode of SmackDown. A nice victory for Nia Jax, a confidence boost for her indeed as she continues her rise. Recently coming to the main roster, but when she came to the main roster, probably not the best time for her. She couldn't quite get herself in contention. Not a lot of opportunities for her, but she's had to wait some time, and now is her time. She's a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Well, her opponent tonight, it is Sasha Banks, a former Women's Champion. Sasha Banks, she has been pretty good. She's always remained in contention without getting the championship in recent times. She couldn't get herself a victory over Charlotte, and now with a new champion in Becky Lynch, this may be her time to capture that Women's Championship for another time. Sasha Banks has had an impressive run for a while now. Can she once again get to the top? We'll find out tonight. And lastly, her opponent, the final woman in this matchup, it is going to be Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch winning the championship at SummerSlam, defending it at No Mercy. Becky Lynch stepping up and proving herself here to the WWE Universe that she is ready to be the champion that they need her to be. She's been trying her hardest for a long time now to get to the top. She's finally made it now, but can she defend her position? She's got so many women on Raw and SmackDown in the WWE coming after her title. So many new women are coming into the women's division. And Becky Lynch has to somehow beat them all. It is an arduous task. 2 women here tonight. Triple threat rules. She doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose this championship. And that makes it even more difficult tonight for Becky Lynch. There is the prize on the line. The Women's Championship of the WWE. Nia, Sasha, and Becky. Triple threat match. Title on the line. Let's get it underway. Backlash continues as Sasha Banks coming after Nia early on here as Becky Lynch will just watch on, happy to wait around as Sasha now turns her attention to Becky Lynch. Went for the neck breaker, couldn't quite connect as now Becky Lynch coming after Sasha. Look out, looking for the Exploder to start things off. Nicely done there by Becky Lynch. And as we said, Becky Lynch, certainly a slow rise to the top, but when she got there, it was a truly special moment for her at SummerSlam, beating her arch rival in Charlotte. After Charlotte held the championship for 8 months, finally her reign came to an end as now the elbow by Nia. Oh, right hand there by Sasha. And now continues. Sasha Banks, look out, running bulldog. Becky Lynch getting this crowd behind her to start things off. Sasha Banks and Nia Jax. Well, the crowd don't exactly like to cheer for them all that much. Not a lot of love for them. Becky Lynch certainly the fan favorite in this matchup. As now Nia with a backbreaker there on Sasha Banks. Her foot's right in between the ropes there. The referee not calling for the break. Nia Jax would release the hold anyways, knowing a 5 count will be applied, but it doesn't matter because there is no disqualifications anyway. So realistically, Nia Jax can just keep it on there. The referee can advise her to break it up, but she doesn't have to. She doesn't want to. Sasha with a takedown there on Becky Lynch. And that's also the other factor about this matchup. There could be external sources used in it. We could see some, well, some furniture applied to one another. We could see some weapons being used or whatever. Those chairs, those stairs, they can be used. Whatever they can find underneath the ring. It's triple threat rules, and that's the big key factor about this match. Becky's trying to pick up Nia Jax. Can't quite connect. And now Jax will toss. Oh, wow. Becky just tossed away like a rag doll. And now Nia Jax continued to try and keep Becky grounded. Here comes Sasha Banks, double knees to the face. Doesn't keep them down though, trying to go for the cover. Thought maybe that was an opportunity for her, but she's decided not to. For Nia Jax to get into this matchup, she had to also beat Emma as a Hurricane Rana. She had to beat Emma to qualify for the triple threat. Then she won that triple threat. So she's been on a roll as Sasha's been sent to the outside via a clothesline. Nia's certainly on a roll. Sasha Banks also had a triple threat victory a few weeks ago on Raw. So some success there for Sasha Banks as well. And she beat Alexa Bliss and Nikki Bella. So a lot to like there as all. The heel kick there by Becky. Now Becky's going to the second. Look out for a splash. Caught a little bit of Nia Jax on the way down with her hand striking Nia. Didn't affect her too much though, as she's going to drive Sasha into the corner. Now Jax back to her feet. Sasha Banks on a bit of a roll here. Continuing the assault here on Nia, but Nia with a counter. Sasha trying to lift her up, and well, Nia using her power just to overdo Sasha Banks there. As now look out, Jax slamming down Sasha right in front of her. This could be a prelude. That leg drop usually comes next. Now, Nia, oh, picked up Becky, but gets hit with a tornado DDT. Spinning out and connecting that DDT. Nia Jax is down. Look out, Becky with a Exploder. The Exploder suplex. This could be it for Nia Jax. Sasha's getting to her feet though. Can Sasha get there in time? The cover. But oh, Nia immediately kicked out at one. Well, there you go. I thought Becky had a chance to win this match, and as it turns out, Nia Jax just monstered out of it straight away. Tough going for Becky. What's Sasha Banks going to do? She's going to the second rope. I think Becky might just let her do it. She will! Splashes down. I think Becky wanted to get herself involved. Too little too late, though, is now Becky's going to go into the corner herself. And Sasha Banks just taunting straight in front of the champ. That's an interesting call. The double knees into the corner. Right in the guts of Becky. And now Nia watching on as well. Triple threat rules, as we said. That means that quite often we'll get these one-on-one situations, but we won't see. Oh, hang on! Forget about what I'll say! The disarmer's in! The disarmer! And now Jax with a couple of stomps there to break it up. And now Becky. Oh, she's got one in! Oh, Nia Jax this time! Disarmer again! Oh, Nia Jax! Jax, though, breaks free of the hold and shrugs off Becky. Wow, the women's champion had a chance to beat either woman right there, and she couldn't beat either. I gotta say, though, Sasha was in trouble. Jax didn't break it up. You never know. And we will never know. Jax shrugged off there by Becky Lynch. She's looking pretty good here. Big time DDT. Down goes Nia Jax. Here comes the referee position, but Sasha Banks laid there for far too long for Becky Lynch to realistically take advantage of. Now Lynch drops down the leg. Becky Lynch, what will she do next? She's got Sasha down. She's got Nia to the outside. What's the strategy here for Becky? Nia Jax thinking about getting back in there, and she will. As now the legs are wrapped around, as Nia Jax is happy to watch on and wait for her opportunity. And Nia Jax just happy to mess around with the crowd here, just taunt away and recover. As now Becky gets hit with a German suplex. And not a bad idea from Nia, as now Becky's to the outside. Nia, though, gets hit with a reverse DDT. Into the cover now. This may be it here for Nia. And Nia doesn't even let her opponents get anywhere near that 2 count, and that is a psychological advantage that Nia Jax will forever have on her opponents. As now Sasha, backstabber, now into the bank statement. Nia, oh, I think she had a foot underneath the rope, and the referee's called for the break. Well, that's an interesting call by the referee. No disqualifications, of course, but the rope break enforced. Becky Lynch watching on as now Nia Jax has Sasha up top. Look out. The superplex off the top, and the crowd absolutely love what they just saw. Now Sasha's down, and Jax will now turn her attention back to Becky Lynch, who's rolled to the outside, probably for the best, I've got to say. Becky's going to play a bit of cat and mouse now with Nia, who's back in, and Sasha's back to her feet after receiving that superplex. And now, oh, Sasha misses. Sasha gets the knees again, though. This time connecting on Nia Jax, and the shot to the back of Nia as well. Becky Lynch watching on. Becky Lynch not in a hurry to get in there either. She'll watch these two fight it out as now Jax in the corner, head first. Sasha Banks. What can she do? There's a strike, and now Sasha. Oh, yes! Flips Nia Jax over, and Becky able to get a quick strike there on Sasha Banks. That could have been deadly for her. Meanwhile, Sasha strikes Becky and sends her to the outside. Well, Becky didn't get in the ring, and that's always a dangerous position to be in. Now Sasha thrown onto the ramp. Not an easy landing there, as now she's getting her head rammed into it as well. Now Nia, and for a scoop slam, missed out. Becky Lynch for the counter, needed that one. And now Jax. Wow. Planted head first to the outside of the ring. And now Becky takes down Sasha and is going to wear down that arm. And that could come in handy for later. And now Jax. Oh my God. Jax just launching Becky Lynch. That is the power of Nia Jax. Can you believe what we just saw? And now she's just shrugging off Sasha. Unbelievable power. Now Sasha's taken down again. Becky's going to have her turn. Can Becky survive? These rights and lefts doing nothing to Nia Jax right now. Look out, here comes the DDT, and she caught some of the steel ramp as well. As now Nia back in the ring. Well, her head certainly caught that ramp head first, and that is going to hurt. Now again. Maybe a weakness has been found, and now double knees, this time to Becky. What does Sasha do? Does she continue the assault on Nia Jax, or does she come after Becky Lynch? Seems as though Lynch is the target now. Here we go. No. Becky Lynch, though, finding a counter. Needed that one. And Becky has Sasha against the ropes. And, oh, Becky, oh, hangs on. Becky almost launched to the outside again, but she hung on this time. And now Jax. Oh, slammed down by Sasha. Nice power there by Sasha. Oh, Sasha tried to take out Becky again, but she got the boot up just in the nick of time. And now the standing drop kick. Down goes Sasha Banks. I'll tell you what, if Becky doesn't get that boot up, that's really tough to come back from that position, getting knocked outside the ring once again. Becky Lynch on the second, decided against it. Sasha now with the elbow. And Becky this time countering the double knees into the powerbomb. Sasha Banks utilizing the double knees effectively. And look out! A double choke slam on Sasha. Becky and Nia teaming up. Now the spine buster by Nia Jax. This is never good. You don't want to be in this position, Becky Lynch. Becky now in the ropes, and now Nia. And for the scoop slam, Becky Lynch able to find another reversal. And Becky, can she pick up Nia? She can't. Oh, slam down. Becky needs this win. She's been wanting to defend her title against as many as she can. This is a big time to shine. Now Sasha, look out. Oh, takes down Nia again. The back of Nia Jax's head into the mat first. And oh my goodness, a clothesline. That's the type of power that you just can't overcome if you're Sasha or Becky Lynch. They just don't have the size to match. And Nia just needs to keep utilizing that. Sasha has Nia against the ropes. What is she thinking here? There's a stomp there. Using the ropes for a little bit extra height. Here's the cover. Becky Lynch saves the match. And the title right in front of Sasha. Becky Lynch. Well, why not? Go for it. And now Trying to pick up Sasha. Didn't work out, and she gets connected again. Tough going for Becky Lynch. Sasha has both women down. She's got a target one. It seems as though Lynch is going to get to her feet first. She may be the primary target. Lynch, though, with a counter. And she needed to do that. Sasha struck in the corner multiple times here. Those right forearms to Sasha. And again, now, a German suplex. Can Becky Lynch do it? Sasha Banks to the outside. Nia picked up and taken down by Lynch. Lynch now. Can she pin Nia Jax here? The cover. Nia. Counter two. Well, that's closer than what we've seen most of this matchup. Nia normally just kicks out quickly at one, but excellent effort from her. And I'm talking about Becky Lynch to get Nia Jax to a 2 count. But I still think maybe Sasha Banks needs to be the primary target for Becky Lynch. Nia's just too big and too tough. There's now a quick break up there by Sasha. Becky Lynch can take down Sasha Banks. That may be exactly what she needs. And oh, look out! Here it is! The Disarmer's locked in! Becky with the Disarmer! Sasha nowhere to go! Nia still down! And she's got a tap out! Becky Lynch has done it! She defends the Women's Championship! Becky Lynch, with a valiant effort, an impressive performance, picks up the win, and she makes Sasha Banks tap out. Well, you gotta love what you see from Becky Lynch, just full of heart and determination. Never gave up in this one, and she got the win. She worked hard, and she found the right moment, the right opportunity to put the Disarmer in. Becky Lynch retains. She's still the champ. But so many new women are arriving in this women's division. Can she hang on to it, though? That's the tough thing. I don't know. I just don't know. Nia didn't get beaten there. I'm sure she'll want another shot. Alexa Bliss coming through. Carmella's new. And the usuals such as Paige and Charlotte. So good. It's a tough road ahead for Becky, but she's starting out well. Well, this is one I'm looking forward to. The Hardy Boys. They get their tag team title opportunity for the Raw Tag Team Championships here tonight. They became the #1 contenders at No Mercy when they successfully defeated the Dudley Boys. It was the Legends versus the Legends. Two iconic teams. They met and had a great matchup. Well, we await the Hardy Boys to come to the ring for this matchup. And oh, hang on! Carl Anderson from behind! That's Jeff Hardy backstage approaching the ring. And Anderson with a spine buster. Carl Anderson with an ambush on Jeff. What's this about? Are they afraid? Oh, a cutter. Are they afraid to defend their titles fair and square? Anderson takes out Jeff. And now Gallows. Well, this is where Matt was. We were wondering. He's getting beaten up by Luke. Gallows towards the parking lot. Gallows with a choke slam. And now has a steel chair. Oh, come on. Just fight them fair and square. Get in the ring and show that you can beat the Hardys. Clearly, they're running away from them. They're trying everything they can to avoid them. It's been 2 months now, and we still haven't seen this match because the club don't want to have it. Matt Hardy in trouble, and now a double-handed powerbomb. Picking him up and slamming down Hardy. This is just despicable.
Well, we shift gears to one of our headline matches. It is Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins taking on the NWO's Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Before we get into the matchup, let's take a quick look back at how the NWO returned to the WWE. The impossible task for Goldberg, 6-man locked inside Hell in a Cell. Surely, there's no way he can win this match. Taking advantage, Jackhammer! Jackhammer, 1, 2, Ambrose doesn't get there! Goldberg survives! Are you kidding? It's time to cash in! Joe is cashing in! It's on! It's on! Joe's cashed in! This match is underway! We're gonna get this... What the...
What the hell is this? What the hell? The NWO? It's Kevin Nash! What the hell's he doing here? He's going for another and another jackhammer. Goldberg retains the title thanks to Kevin Nash.
After Samoa Joe's loss at SummerSlam, he would then get a rematch at No Mercy.
Wait a second. Kevin Nash is banned. Kevin Nash can't show up. Kevin Nash can't be... Wait, that's not Kevin Nash! Scott Hall! What the hell's he doing here? It's not plan A, it's not plan B, and we're back to plan C now. Plan C, Scott Hall. But Joe's just taking it right now to Scott Hall. Hall's come out for the distraction, and Joe's having none of it. Joe! Oh, what a kick right to the skull. Back to the locker room. And now, the spear! Oh no! The spear by Goldberg. Is he gonna do it? Not this way. Oh, a kick out. Here comes the jackhammer. And Goldberg hits the jackhammer. And you are kidding me. He's done it again.
Well, despite all Samoa Joe's issues with the NWO, things worked out a little bit better for Seth Rollins, who took on Kevin Nash one-on-one after Kevin Nash was targeting Seth Rollins, trying to keep him away from the world champion Goldberg. After a series of attacks backstage and in the ring, Kevin Nash got taken out by the King's Landing in a one-on-one match at No Mercy when Seth Rollins would pin and defeat Kevin Nash. Seth Rollins continued to support Samoa Joe and became his ally, now to fight the NWO. This rivalry has reached its breaking point, and tonight we find out which team scores the win here tonight to give them that little bit of advantage heading into the huge Survivor Series match. Here comes this man, Seth Rollins, one of the most successful superstars in Universe Mode history. Former US Champion, Tag Team Champion, and WWE Champion. He is one of the best, as we said, and he's been chasing and hunting that Universal Championship down all year. But nothing seems to be going his way. Goldberg continues to find a way to make sure that Rollins doesn't get a title opportunity. And when he does, Goldberg has a backup plan for everyone he takes on. Rollins has been dealing with Goldberg for months, and now Kevin Nash and Scott Hall have stepped in to try and do the job for Goldberg. And Rollins wants to put an end to it. He's got some backup tonight though. He's got a man who knows all too well about the NWO and Goldberg. It is Samoa Joe. Joe arguably has been on the, well, he said the worst end of the deal when it comes to the NWO, screwing him over 2 times out of the Universal Championship match. First at SummerSlam, second at No Mercy. Now Joe doesn't have one at Backlash tonight, but he will get his chance to get his revenge on Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, and what will be a Tornado Tag Team No Disqualification match. So our General Manager Christian has said, you know what? Have at him. Do your best. Do what you can to take down the NWO. And speaking of, here they come. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the Outsiders, better known as the NWO. They have come back to reign terror on all the new generation of superstars. Goldberg, Nash, and Hall, they want respect. And they're not going about earning it, they're just trying to take it and demand it. Anyone who gets in their way, they're looking to take them down. The NWO, still as vicious as ever. They're up there in age now, but still have one more beating left in them. Can they do it to Joe and Rollins here tonight? And can they back it up again at Survivor Series when they'll have Goldberg with them by their side and the 4th man of the NWO? We don't know who the 4th man will be. Who knows? We might find out in the next few weeks. But the NWO are dangerous, even without a 4th man. They're still as dangerous as ever as we get this match underway. We're straight away Rollins and Joe coming after the NWO! But Nash takes down Seth Rollins, the referee, got bundled over. He was in a bad position because Rollins and Joe straight away want their hands on the NWO. Scott Hall working on Samoa Joe. Kevin Nash on Seth Rollins. Maybe jumping out of the blocks too early. Big right hand there by Kevin Nash. Tornado tag team rules. No disqualifications. Weapons can be used. You name it. It's all legal as Joe with a leg sweep. Down goes Scott Hall. It is all legal in this one because these two teams just want to beat the hell out of each other, and they've got the opportunity tonight. Rollins and Nash, they had a match at No Mercy. It was brutal. Those two men lost a lot of blood in that match. They know each other very, very well. And now Joe taking to Scott Hall right now. A chance for a double team. Seth Rollins thought about jumping over the top rope, but he saw Samoa Joe in a bit of trouble. And Rollins looking to get himself involved, but Joe looks to be okay. Meanwhile, Kevin Nash back to his feet, slowly trying to get back in the ring, while Scott Hall's to the outside of the ring. And now Joe has a hold of Nash. This is what started it all when Kevin Nash interfered on Samoa Joe at SummerSlam. Joe yet to really get his opportunity at revenge on Nash. He has a chance at both men tonight. The two men that screwed Samoa Joe over 2 pay-per-views in a row. Scott Hall went for a fall away. Rollins into the leg sweep. And this is no surprise that the current generation of stars, Joe and Rollins, getting the better of the NWO. They can out-wrestle them quite clearly. That's why the NWO need to make this more of a fight. Try and brawl around a little bit more as Nash with the DDT. Nicely executed there by Kevin Nash, but Scott Hall hung up on the ropes. Nash with the right hand there to Joe. And now Seth Rollins heading to the second. Oh, what? Tried to flip through and land down on Scott Hall, but he's able to avoid. Scott Hall gets met with the elbow. Well, we saw how devastating the King's Landing is on the recent episode of Monday Night Raw when he took down Jey Uso with the King's Landing. Jey was down for about a minute. He was knocked out cold. The King's Landing was also used to beat Kevin Nash at No Mercy. It is a brutal move, and Rollins, when he uses it, you stay down. Kevin Nash met with the uppercut here. Samoa Joe's in the ring all by himself. Oh, Scott Hall caught a bit of Nash on the way down. And now it's Scott Hall and Joe one-on-one in the middle of the ring. Rollins coming back in though. And now Scott Hall's trying to get Joe up. Trouble here for Joe. As now Samoa Joe is going to get... Oh, no. Oh, drop there on the turnbuckle. Now Rollins trying to get a piece of Scott Hall. And Rollins with a counter and the knee in the kidneys as Kevin Nash is back in. Nash coming back after Joe. As, oh, Seth Rollins just tears Scott Hall in half. Nash with a big boot. Down goes Seth Rollins. Now Nash looking maybe for the jackknife powerbomb. Kevin Nash going for the jackknife, but Rollins with a counter. Seth Rollins with a huge counter to the DDT. The brawl continues. It's Samoa Joe with a boot now to Scott Hall. And now Rollins face first. Down goes Nash. It is chaos here. And we wouldn't want it any other way. These two teams, a chance just to beat each other up. And the blockbuster there by Rollins. Scott Hall getting out of that ring. He knows Joe's after him. Scott Hall retreating. But, oh, Scott Hall into the ring post. Joe to the outside, just beating him up. Now Rollins looking to fly over the top of the rope here. Seth Rollins looking to fly, and Kevin Nash slowly back to his feet. Here comes the target, and the target has landed with the knee to Nash's head. But Nash, oh, huge uppercut. And now Scott Hall with a clothesline to the outside. Joe's down, and Scott Hall getting the better of Joe to the outside. Scott Hall might be looking to introduce a weapon into this matchup here. What has he got planned? He's got a table. Scott Hall has a table. This isn't good. Now they're fighting over control of the table. Samoa Joe now has it, but oh, a right hand. Scott Hall just punched the table right into Samoa Joe's face. Well, I don't know who that's going to hurt more, Scott Hall or Samoa Joe, but meanwhile, Joe is down, and now Joe with a belly-to-belly into the ringside barricade. Seth Rollins up top. Nash, what has he got planned? Nash is just a giant, isn't he? Does not look small at all. Oh, a superplex. Kevin Nash doesn't even need to go to the top rope. He gets the same height and elevation as if he would on the second. Scott Hall looking for more weapons now. He's got a kendo stick, but Joe not letting him use it. Joe gets him back in the ring. And now Rollins, reverse DDT. Seth Rollins dropping the knee on Nash. The NWO have a big night ahead. Still to come. Undertaker versus Goldberg. As a belly-to-belly slam. Joe is down. Now it's Scott Hall and Seth Rollins. Hall finally connects with a fall away. Scott Hall all alone in the ring. He's cleared house. And he's letting the fans know about it. Rollins coming after Hall again. Joe now in. It's now a 2-on-1 situation. Not good at all if you're Scott Hall. Nash slowly back in. Rollins wanting Scott Hall to get up. Nash trying to get a hold. Oh, this time he gets a hold of Seth Rollins. Joe trying to get Scott Hall down. Now a quick time DDT. Snap DDT as Samoa Joe is down. And you can see the NWO in control at the moment. Thump to the eye. It's been mainly Joe and Rollins doing the majority of the work here. Just winning this matchup. As now a double pinfall. Nash wanted to pin Rollins and Joe wanted to pin Hall. First team to pinfall does win. It's not elimination rules. The first team to get a pinfall will win this matchup, and that'll be it. Oh, sidewalk slam. And now Joe has that arm of Scott Hall wrenched back. Not good at all for Scott Hall. And now Rollins with a headbutt there to Kevin Nash. 2-on-1 now for Nash and Hall. And now Kevin Nash might be looking to take Rollins off the top again. Nash, what has he got planned? Oh my goodness. Off the top of the rope again. Kevin Nash with another superplex to Seth Rollins. Kevin Nash just destroying Rollins there. And now, oh, Scott Hall DDT to the outside. The NWO looking to take control of this match. They're coming back. The NWO starting to get going here after a slow start. It is Scott Hall and Nash dealing the damage to Samoa Joe. And Joe, though, with a headbutt, trying to fight back into this one. Rollins back to his feet now as well. Scott Hall has Joe up. As Joe with a counter to the DDT. Nash took Rollins down as well. It is chaos here between these two teams. Both of them just trying to beat each other up. And there's the suplex there by Joe. Hang on. The suplex into the full Nelson. Now looking to finish him off. Joe with another German suplex. Joe has used this to beat many superstars. But unfortunately, Scott Hall's to the outside of the ring. He can't pin him outside the ring. It has to be inside. Where the referee is, as you can see. Who has had the pleasure of calling all the action here tonight. If you can call it that. Right hand there by Rollins. Now, look out. Rollins. Boom! There's the super kick right in the jaw. Rollins into the cover now. Is this it for Kevin Nash? No, a kick out. The first near fall attempt of the match. Seth Rollins knows if he can find the King's Landing, he'll beat Kevin Nash. He's done it before. He did it at No Mercy. Right hand there by Rollins. Oh, speaking of King's Landing! He's got it! Rollins just has to get to the cover. Just has to pin Nash. But Rollins, he doesn't want to finish it yet. Joe using the kendo stick. Rollins wants more. He wants to beat up the NWO a little bit more. So does Joe with a Samoan drop. Nash is out of here. He's done. Nash gets struck with a King's Landing, then a Samoan drop, and Samoa Joe stands tall. Scott Hall, though, trying to fight back. And now it's Joe helping out Rollins. Picking up his man, and oh, just slamming him down. Working on the knees of Scott Hall. Into the cover now. Rollins trying to beat Scott Hall. A kick out, though, as Nash, he's back. What kind of condition, though, is Kevin Nash going to be in? He's taking a beating. And oh, Rollins with a right hand gets struck to the outside of the ring. Kevin Nash, what a vicious strike. Nash is still standing. Joe and Hall on the outside, they're down. Kevin Nash just picks up Rollins by the throat. And now Nash, oh my. Oh, trying to hit the jackknife, but he gets struck down into the steel steps. And again into the steps. Nash continues to try for this jackknife powerbomb, but he just can't find it. Now a super kick! Nash is down. Joe and Hall, I should say, coming back. And Scott Hall's coming after Rollins. He's not going to get there because Joe's got him into the powerbomb. Joe, powerbomb now, wrenching the body of Scott Hall. Rollins with a cover. Nash, he's near the ropes, but it doesn't matter. As it is a no disqualification match. And the referee happy to let the rope break go. As now Scott Hall is back in. And now Seth Rollins, King's Landing! Rollins with King's Landing! Scott Hall kicked out of Samoa Joe, but I don't think Nash is going to kick out. Joe and Rollins pick up the win. Nash knocked out cold. Well, what a brawl this was. Two teams who hate each other just looking to beat the hell out of one another. Kevin Nash knocked out cold. And, well, the NWO, unfortunately, fall tonight. We'll see these two groups of teams fight each other again at Survivor Series, but this time it will be for control of the WWE. Rollins and Joe get a bit of sweet revenge. More work to be done, though. Half of that team has been beaten. There's still Goldberg and the fourth man to deal with in that same match at Survivor Series. It's a psychological victory tonight for Rollins and Joe as they get some momentum heading into Survivor Series. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is your SmackDown main event. It is AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho one-on-one in a 2 out of 3 Falls Count Anywhere match. And we saw these two men meet at the No Mercy pay-per-view. AJ Styles won via a countout. So our general manager decided, let's find out the next contender again. Chris Jericho hit the code breaker on Sami Zayn to beat Sami Zayn and earn the right to take on Styles again. A triple threat victory, beating Bray Wyatt and Sami Zayn, building the confidence of Chris Jericho, and Jericho deciding, hey, this might be my chance to win one more major championship. But AJ Styles continued to proclaim that Jericho was too old, he's washed up, he's not good enough anymore. Well, aside from each other, AJ Styles and Chris Jericho had to deal with Roman Reigns after a number of vicious attacks backstage and inside the ring. Reigns continued to proclaim that he deserves the title opportunity as Reigns took out AJ through a table backstage, and then recently on SmackDown, this with a huge spear. Well, Reigns has promised he won't interfere in the main event tonight, thank goodness, but it has not been an easy build for both Jericho and AJ. Both men are hurting after what Reigns has done, but now it's time to find out who is the better man between these two. Jericho wants one more run. AJ has just got the title. He does not want to let it go. And AJ said, hey, Chris Jericho does not deserve to be my second championship defense. Chris Jericho should be in the back of the line just like everyone else. So that's some harsh words for Chris Jericho, who arguably has been one of the greatest of all time. He's had a historic run here in Universe Mode. Tag Team Champion, former World Champion. He has done it all. Multiple time Tag Champ. He has been excellent whenever he has put his mind to something. And Jericho has continued to be at a high level. He's having his best run in the last few months, beating Bray Wyatt one-on-one, Sami Zayn one-on-one, and then both of them in a triple threat. Chris Jericho continues to impress, but has he done enough? Enough to get himself back to the top and win a World Championship. So here we go, AJ Styles, his opponent tonight, He is the WWE Champion. He has held the title since SummerSlam when he beat Finn Balor. AJ walks into battle tonight to defend his championship, and tonight there is no countouts. Falls count anywhere. AJ took a countout victory at No Mercy. Well, he can't do that tonight. It must be decided in the middle of the ring, which means AJ needs to prove once and for all that he truly is phenomenal. Jericho wants one more run. AJ wants to hang on. He wants to prove that Jericho should have retired years ago. Will this be the end of Chris Jericho's opportunities at the championship? AJ Styles is ready to defend once again. It's time that AJ proves himself. Can AJ truly beat Chris Jericho? After Jericho's impressive performance at No Mercy, AJ Styles retreated to a countout win. There is no countouts tonight. Falls count anywhere. 2 out of 3 falls. They could take place anywhere around this ring, in the backstage area, you name it. We can see a fall take place. AJ Styles, your champion. One of the best in the business, no doubt. He ended the 1-year championship reign of Finn Balor at SummerSlam. And he even injured Finn Balor in the process. Finn Balor, with a back injury, is out for a few more months to go yet. Meanwhile, we continue to find who will be the next man to take this championship away from AJ. AJ Styles, your WWE Champion, defending it here tonight against Chris Jericho. 1-on-1, 2 out of 3 falls. And it is falls count anywhere. Snap suplex to start here by AJ Styles. Well, it's been chaos already tonight throughout Backlash. Still one more main event match to go after this one. It is Undertaker and Goldberg, but this is your SmackDown main event. The championship on the line. AJ getting struck in the gut there. It's now, heads collide. AJ Styles, all about proving that he's the better man. And he had some harsh words to say for Chris Jericho. You know, he said that Jericho, the only reason why he won by a count is because Chris Jericho's too old to get up to beat a 10 count. It's Jericho's own fault that he's too old and frail to even get up and get back in the ring in time. And Jericho's taken offense to that. Jericho believes that he still is good enough. He can still win that championship. This is what Jericho wants to do so badly. AJ Styles, a veteran himself, but he believes he's still in his prime. He still believes that he is unbeatable, which is, well, a fair claim. He won the King of the Ring earlier on this year. AJ! Springboard moonsault. Let's not forget, he won the Royal Rumble as well. He went to WrestleMania. He lost in that WrestleMania main event to Finn Balor. He lost there. But then he would resurge by winning the King of the Ring. And then he would beat Finn Balor finally at SummerSlam in the rematch. It's really been AJ Styles' year. He has done everything right. And he's now the champion as Jericho. Can't get AJ. And now a clothesline by AJ. Just clubbed Jericho down, stomping away. AJ dropping the knee. Well, we talk about the domination of Goldberg over on Raw, but you really got to say AJ's been dominating very well here on SmackDown. We just listed all those accomplishments. It's been incredible. Yes, a lot of them took place on Raw, but he's now brought his talents over to SmackDown, and he's now the face of SmackDown. As they say, the face that runs the place. It is AJ Styles, and he continues to prove that. Jericho could be his toughest challenge. Jericho has all the experience in the world. He knows how to beat any superstar on any given day, and that is the trouble that AJ has. Brainbuster there by Jericho. Jericho continues to stomp away there on AJ. And AJ feeling the effects early on, trying to shake it off a little bit there. Jericho wasting some time, trying to figure out what he wants to do. He wanted to go over the top of the rope, but he's missed out though as AJ Styles able to avoid. Now AJ taken down there again by Chris. Front face lock now by Jericho, looking for the swinging neck breaker. The slow swinging neck breaker as AJ Styles taken down. I've got to say, Jericho looking pretty good here early on. Looking okay. AJ certainly remaining competitive, but it's now AJ. What's going? He's going for the Styles Clash already! AJ Styles clash. Unbelievable. Where did that come from? The Styles clash. Jericho taken out. And he gets the shoulder up though. Oh my goodness. That could have been an early fall. The Styles clash so early on though. Unbelievable, but Jericho is kicked out. The first man to get 2 falls will win this match. And that could have been the first one there. AJ, elbows now to Jericho. And now Jericho sent over the top, hangs on, but gets struck with a right hand there. And now look out. A suplex on the apron. Oh, that's got to hurt. The back of Jericho landing on the apron. And Chris Jericho with a chop. And now Jericho looking to turn the tables here. Looking for the walls of Jericho. He's looking to get it in. He's got it. Jericho's got it. AJ, though, flips out of it. Quickly putting that one away. And Jericho thought maybe that was his chance. Oh, both men went for a drop kick. Both men, well, missed. Jericho now towards the rep here as it is false count anywhere. The referee follows. AJ with the first big blow early on. The Styles clash. Jericho tried to return the favor with the walls, but AJ good enough to get out of it quickly. But he's not good enough to avoid that. The code breaker. Jericho, the first fall. No, AJ kicked out. AJ Styles kicks out and keeps this match to 0. Both men have kicked out of their best strikes. It is still early, but that is a big move by Chris Jericho and could be a turning point in the match. Unbelievable, but AJ kicked out. And now AJ has Jericho. Oh, a brain buster on the ramp. Oh my goodness. That is going to hurt. And now AJ into the calf crusher. Jericho's got nowhere to go. But a strike there to AJ. He breaks the hold. Unbelievable. These two men are just giving each other everything they've got. But they just can't find a way to get this first fall. It is 2 out of 3. You know, you can't take a fall and go and reset and regroup. Both these men realize the first fall means everything. It means you have the early advantage. It means you are not chasing. It means you can just sit back and relax. As Jericho is looking to relax a little bit here. Getting back in the ring. Jericho, will he follow AJ out there? AJ coming back in the ring now. Jericho waiting for AJ. And now, Y2J gets AJ and into the neck breaker. Well, if you're down 1-4, it means you are chasing for the rest of the matchup. It means the pressure is on. It means if Jericho, let's say he's 1 fall up and he hits another code breaker on AJ, it means AJ, if he loses, that's it. If he gets pinned, it's all over. If you are 1 fall up, you have that security, that little blanket over you. You've got that opportunity to come back. But if you're 1 down and you lose again, it's over. And now the running bulldog. These two men are fighting it out. They both want that first fall. Jericho with these takedowns. AJ getting Jericho over the top of the rope. Jericho heading to the top. Look out, AJ. Turn around because Jericho's coming. Double axe handle off the top. Impressive by Chris Jericho, who's truly giving his best effort right now. But oh, hung up there with that DDT. And now AJ working his way back into it. AJ Styles gets Chris Jericho outside the ring. Look out. AJ's coming over the top of the rope and lands down on Chris Jericho. Styles now in the cover. The referee's not in position. Here it is. Is this it? Oh, he's got it. AJ with the first fall. Well, he took Jericho over the top and splashed down on him, but that's the beauty of falls count anywhere. You've got no time to recover. Normally, you'd be thrown back in the ring. You'd have 10-15 seconds to regroup a little bit, but Jericho had no time at all. And he concedes the first fall. You can see AJ is a little exhausted. And you see he's jumping the barricade just to get away from Chris Jericho so he can just recover a little bit. Just try and regroup, get his breath back, because it's been all guns blazing between these two. And the crowd surrounding AJ, all booing him. They're not happy. They want to see Jericho win. And AJ taken down there by Jericho. Jericho's also had a bit of time to recover as well. And it's now Jericho. Look out. Going for the walls. Jericho's going for the walls, and he's got it locked in. AJ now. AJ nowhere to go. He needs to try and break the hold. Jericho looking to tie it up here. I think he may. No. AJ did not tap. The referee called it off. AJ did not tap. And Jericho broke the hold to try something else. Oh, so close. Chris Jericho nearly had AJ to try and tie things up here. Now Chris Jericho stomping away. Both men happy to keep this one more to the outside of the ring here. Now Jericho. More towards the stage area again. Up the ramp now as AJ's looking to follow. And now AJ. I think he's looking to put this one away. Looking for the Styles Clash. But Jericho with a counter. Jericho reversed it. Saving himself. And now Jericho is going for it one more time. He's got it locked in again. The walls of Jericho. AJ, will he tap? No, he's broken free of it again. Oh, Jericho's got to go for something else here. The walls isn't working. And now Jericho gets struck in the gut with the big knee. Now AJ into the cover. Is this it for Chris Jericho? A kick out. AJ Styles. Is he going to retreat again? He will. AJ is just feeling the effects of a strong clash here between these two. It has been an impressive performance by Jericho, but it seems as though age is starting to catch up to him. This is the point of a match when age really will affect you. When you're beaten up, you're broken down, can you get back up and keep fighting? AJ has Jericho up again, but Jericho, look out, German suplex on that steel grating there on the ramp there. And now Jericho lining up AJ. Here we go, code breaker! Jericho with the code breaker, now the cover. Jericho, he got it! Jericho ties it up. It's 1-1. Now Jericho went for the code breaker again, but gets struck in the head by AJ Styles. Oh, what a turning point in this match. Chris Jericho was down. Now, AJ. Oh, he got it! Code breaker! Jericho, you just got to pin him. Jericho's got it won. The cover! Jericho's going to win the title! Jericho's the new WWE Champion! No, a kick out! AJ has kicked out! Oh, unbelievable! It's 1-1, next 4 wins, and Jericho hit the code breaker, but AJ's kicked out! Now AJ with the enziguri. AJ has Jericho up, knee to the back of the head! Jericho, can he fight any longer? Jericho launching himself at AJ. Hurricane Rana by the champ. Oh, I thought it was over. I thought we had a new champion. Now the pinfall attempt here by AJ. More pressure on Jericho. His shoulder is up though. Unbelievable between these two. And now AJ sees this as the moment. Jericho's tiring. AJ. Oh, he's got it. Here we go with a Styles Clash. I thought Jericho countered, but AJ had one of his own. And AJ has got the win and retains the WWE Championship. Oh, what a match. What a match between these two. And we wouldn't want it any other way. Two of the greats battling it out here. I thought Jericho, when he hit that second code breaker, was going to get the job done. But these two had an all-out war. These two just fought for their lives, fought for this title, and AJ, at the end of the night, got the Styles Clash and gets the victory. What a freaking match between Styles and Jericho.
We now move to our main event, ladies and gentlemen, and it is The Undertaker versus Goldberg. One of the biggest matches in Universe Mode history. The Dead Man made his return a few weeks ago to Monday Night Raw and confronted Goldberg. It's all about control of the WWE. Undertaker wants his yard back. Goldberg currently has control of it. Tonight we see these two clash with the championship not on the line, with the winner takes all matches Survivor Series to come. But first, before we get to this match, let's take a look back at Goldberg's path of destruction.
Goldberg now, going for the jackhammer again. Cena this time couldn't counter. He needed to because the jackhammer has been hit. Goldberg with the cover. Goldberg, is he gonna do it? Yes, he has. Goldberg defeats John Cena at WrestleMania. Yes, here we go. Goldberg has Owens up. Finally, the jackhammer done right. Goldberg hits the jackhammer and the cover, and we have crowned a new Universal Champion tonight. Goldberg's got him with the jackhammer. The jackhammer, and Raw has finally won bragging rights. Oh my God, a spear to the GM.
Well, wait a second.
Goldberg has the steel chair on Rollins' throat. Goldberg, no. Oh my God, he's just stomped that chair on Seth Rollins' throat. Here comes the jackhammer. And Goldberg hits the jackhammer, and you are kidding me. He's done it again.
The champion has destroyed everybody in his way. Can he take down one more star? It is the legend of The Undertaker versus Goldberg, as we await the arrival of the Universal Champion Goldberg. Here he is, and whoa, wait a second, Goldberg! That's not the Universal Championship, that is the WCW World Heavyweight Championship with the NWO plastered all over it. Is this a sign of what is to come? Goldberg, if he gets in power, is he going to change it to that championship? Goldberg, he is the Universal Champion, but he approaches the ring tonight with the World Heavyweight Championship around his waist from WCW. The NWO sending a message. Wow, that is unbelievable. Goldberg refusing to wear the Universal title of the WWE, instead resorts to the WCW Championship. What a message to send before this match even begins. Goldberg is wanting control of the WWE. The NWO want to officially take over. They'll get their opportunity at Survivor Series when it is Goldberg's NWO versus Team Raw in a 4-on-4 Survivor Series match. But tonight, Goldberg takes on The Undertaker. And ladies and gentlemen, we have official confirmation. The Undertaker has agreed he will be a part of Team Raw at Survivor Series. What a huge inclusion that will be. The champion Goldberg awaits. Goldberg has become a polarizing figure on Raw, destroying everybody in his way. Will he add another man to that list? The Undertaker fired the first strike on Raw a couple of weeks ago when he took down Goldberg with a tombstone pile driver and a choke slam. After the big chaos brawl that took place, the dead man struck. Now the Undertaker is here to strike officially and defeat Goldberg once and for all. Goldberg has become the outlaw. He's become the outsider, the man that everybody on Raw wants gone, including the general manager. But nobody seems to be able to stop him. Nobody seems to be able to stop Goldberg from taking over Raw, doing whatever he wants, and running the show. But The Undertaker wants to be that man. The dead man is the godfather of the WWE. He is the man that oversees everything. And when something is going wrong, you call upon The Undertaker to come back to fix it. And now is the time. The Undertaker believes this is the time to end Goldberg once and for all. A win tonight for The Undertaker will weaken Goldberg and give Team Raw the best chance possible of beating the NWO at Survivor Series. Goldberg has not been pinned one-on-one here in Universe Mode since returning at the Royal Rumble. Of course, Goldberg would have his first big match at WrestleMania when he destroyed John Cena. He beat him again at Payback. Then he beat Kevin Owens at Extreme Rules and Money in the Bank. Finn Balor at Bragging Rights. He survived 5-man at SummerSlam. He beat Joe somehow as well. And of course at No Mercy, he beat Samoa Joe in controversial fashion again. Goldberg has beaten everyone. And now all that is left is The Undertaker, and this match begins. The Undertaker and Goldberg with the champion starting off well. Here we go. This is The Undertaker's first match since WrestleMania. The Undertaker, early pinfall attempt by Goldberg. The first time the dead man gets in the ring in many, many months. What condition will he be in? He looked pretty good on Raw the last few weeks we saw him. Can he convert that into a win here tonight? Goldberg, the champion. Seems as though he's now becoming a little bit desperate. Oh, went for the big boot. The Undertaker missed out. It's now Goldberg from behind. Full Nelson, but Undertaker outpowering the champion. Taker takes away Goldberg there. Well, Goldberg resorting to desperation tactics, bringing in the NWO to help him keep this championship because he knows that Goldberg is tiring. Goldberg just can't seem to get the job done on his own anymore. The dead man is here to finish off Goldberg once and for all. No championship on the line, but at Survivor Series we will see Goldberg and The Undertaker meet again. And this time, a traditional 4-on-4 Survivor Series tag team match. And if the NWO win, they have full power and control of Raw. But if they lose, they are gone. They will never return. And that includes Goldberg. And he must relinquish the championship on his way out. So we will crown a new champion after Survivor Series if Goldberg's team does lose. But if Goldberg wins, I think we know which title is coming in. The NWO might be looking to bring back an old favorite in the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Undertaker looking good here though, early on here against Goldberg. This is all about getting the upper hand. The big matches at Survivor Series, but this is huge. Goldberg has not been beaten one-on-one. If The Undertaker can beat him, I think that could be the end of Goldberg. I don't see him coming back. If Undertaker beats him, surely Goldberg will now become human. Undertaker, attempted right hand. Goldberg strikes back with one of his own. Dead man with a counter. Look out. DDT! Snap DDT by the dead man now. Dropping the elbows on Goldberg. Undertaker looking to go to the second rope now. Wants Goldberg up. Undertaker lining him up. Deciding against it. Right hand by the dead man. Has Goldberg up. Oh! Maybe looking for a tombstone early on. Missed out though. Goldberg with a counter into the reverse DDT. Now, Goldberg taken down by the dead man. Back and forth between these two right now. Both trying to get the upper hand. Trying to find out who's the dominant man early on. Right now it is The Undertaker looking good. He's got Goldberg down and just slowly wearing down the champion. Undertaker heading to the second rope and jumps off the second, lands down on Goldberg. Now the dead man. Here's the cover. Hooks the leg. Could be in here. No. Undertaker trying to beat Goldberg early on, but he continues just to try and wear down the champ. And I like this strategy here. We've been told there is no countouts in this match either. We will see a win in the middle of this ring. These two could go anywhere around the ring, just like we saw early on with AJ and Chris Jericho. We could see this one go into the crowd or around the arena, wherever these two see fit. But it must take place in the middle of the ring. Well, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall beaten up earlier on, so you'd have to say they're out of commission. So hopefully we get a fair matchup between these two. As now Goldberg takes out The Undertaker to the outside. And Goldberg Well, he's unorthodox, but it works. He's just firing himself up here. Take us down to the outside of the ring. No countouts, as we said, as Goldberg clothesline. Undertaker's down. Attempted stomp there by Goldberg. Dead man going to get Goldberg back in the ring. Undertaker with the elbow. Undertaker, look out. Here comes his vintage leg drop. That is Undertaker at his best. The Undertaker looking very, very good here. And now, Undertaker has Goldberg up. Maybe for the last ride of Goldberg's reign. Reign of terror. Could have come to an end, but no, Goldberg straight back up to his feet. Wow. Can you believe that? Goldberg getting back up again. Well, that's interesting. Clothesline. Goldberg now. Goldberg went for a spear. Undertaker counted. Hit a DDT. He's got the champ down. Kick out. The Universal Champion Goldberg went for that spear. Now Goldberg. Oh, what power. Full Nelson slam there by Bill Goldberg. The man who is controlling the NWO. The man who is calling the shots on Raw. The man who wants to take over officially. Well, Goldberg, he can basically get away with whatever he wants. As long as he's the champion, he cannot be fired on Raw. Goldberg cannot be removed as champion, cannot be stripped or vacated. He must be beaten for this championship for him to go away. And now at Survivor Series, it may be the opportunity to get rid of the NWO once and for all. And there is the DDT by The Undertaker. Another spear attempted by Goldberg. He's missed out and the dead man continues to celebrate and now stomps away on Goldberg. Undertaker's obviously scouted out Goldberg really well. Been preparing for this match for quite some time, it seems. He's been able to find counters to Goldberg's best moves. Now Undertaker, reverse DDT, slaps down the chest of Goldberg and slamming him down. Nicely done by The Undertaker, looking really good here. We're questioning The Undertaker. What kind of condition will he be in? What type of health is he in? Is he good enough? Is he capable to come back after all this time and take on the very best in the WWE right now? And he has done it, and he's looking excellent here. Goldberg can't seem to get the better of The Undertaker. Oh, hang on! Goldberg has Undertaker looking for a tombstone, maybe. No! Taker counted! A tombstone of his own! Tombstone pile driver! Goldberg with the defeat! Oh, he kicked out at 2! Goldberg kicked out of the tombstone pile driver! How many men can do that? Not many. But Goldberg is one. And now The Undertaker stalking his prey again. Now, wants it one more time. Goldberg struck with the pile driver again. Undertaker lays Goldberg to rest, but he kicked out again. Oh my God. Can this man be beaten? Goldberg, I don't know what to say. Can he be stopped? Now, Goldberg looking for a jackhammer. Oh, Undertaker though, with a counter. Undertaker counter the jackhammer. And when you get hit by that jackhammer, you don't kick out. We've seen it many times. Unbelievable. 2 pile drivers to Goldberg, and it did not beat him. What does Undertaker have to do? The straps come down now. The dead man wants it one more time, maybe. Undertaker. Another tombstone. Another pile driver. Surely this puts him away. Oh my God. He's kicked out again. Goldberg's kicked out of 3 pile drivers. This man is inhumane. Goldberg, I don't think he can be beaten. I don't think anyone can beat Goldberg. This is unbelievable. Undertaker in a bit of trouble, but Goldberg can only get a 1 count. Goldberg's been struck with 3 tombstones, and he is kicked out of all 3. Undertaker with the straps down has Goldberg up again, just drops him down in front of him. The dead man using all of his energy for those pile drivers. Goldberg, though, is on wobbly legs. Now the dead man looking to go for the last ride again. And he struck the last ride. Goldberg surely can't kick out of this. He does, though. Undertaker is in disbelief of what we're seeing right now. Undertaker wants another tombstone. Now he's going for it again. Oh my God, another tombstone pile driver. Is Goldberg's foot underneath the rope though? Yes, the referee says the rope break. The referee has called for the break. This time, the rope saved Goldberg. Now Goldberg back on the hunt. Well, how is Goldberg standing? 4 pile drivers to Goldberg's head. And he's still in this match. Nobody kicks out of 1 tombstone, let alone 3. Undertaker was just exhausted. He couldn't get Goldberg in the right position on that 4th one. And now the dead man with a clothesline. How is Goldberg doing this? How is Goldberg in this match? Undertaker normally would be celebrating. He'd be in the back right now, cracking open a beer. He'd be done. He'd be finished. But Goldberg's still in this match, and he's now taking it to the Undertaker, but a struck there by the dead man. Another counter. Goldberg can't hit his best moves. Undertaker continues to find a reversal. Keeping the dead man in this match is those reversals. Keeping Goldberg in this match is his sheer determination. And now a splash in the corner. Here comes the snake eyes. Here comes the dead man. Big boot to the skull. And now the leg drop. Undertaker bringing out every move in the book. And now has Goldberg again. Looking for that last ride. Oh my God, one more time. Undertaker just going to get him back up again though. Looking for a tombstone, but Goldberg countered this time. Well, Taker should have went for a pin. Instead, he wanted to try and finish him off with another tombstone. Now going for it. Now the Undertaker has it again. Is Goldberg's foot underneath the rope? The cover. And the ref calls it off again. Unbelievable. We've seen 5 tombstones now. And Goldberg's still in this match. If he wins here, this would be the most unbelievable win I've ever seen in my life. Goldberg is getting destroyed by the Undertaker. STO by Goldberg on the dead man. And now Goldberg. Surely he doesn't do it. He's lining up Undertaker in the corner. Here he comes. The spear. The spear by Goldberg, and he's gonna do it. Goldberg's gonna beat the Undertaker. And oh, a near fall. Well, the referee, I think he slapped 3. Goldberg heard a 3 count, but the ref saying no, just 2. Oh my goodness. Goldberg's gonna do it. Going for the jackhammer. Goldberg, no. Undertaker counted. Taker counted. No, a tombstone. No ropes to save him this time. A tombstone by the Undertaker. And he has beaten the unbeatable. The Undertaker has beaten Goldberg. Oh my God. Goldberg survived somehow, as long as he did. The Undertaker has defeated Goldberg. Finally, someone has beaten Goldberg, and it took, I think it was 6 tombstones. Unbelievable. Goldberg is not human, but neither is the dead man. He walks again. The dead man takes back the Yard. The Undertaker beats Goldberg in your Backlash main event. The Undertaker stands tall. The dead man has done it for the WWE. He's beaten Goldberg. What on earth is this? What on earth is this? What the?
on earth are we seeing? Undertaker's in the ring, dumbfounded. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Not again. You don't think the fourth man... Oh my god, he's back. Don't tell me the man that stalked the Undertaker for months is returning. No way. Oh my god. The fourth man for Team NWO. It is Sting. Sting, who was obsessed with The Undertaker for months, stalked The Undertaker, but we thought he was retired. The Undertaker ended the career of Sting at WrestleMania. When these two icons fought 2 years ago at WrestleMania, now he's been resurrected from the dead. Sting, the fourth man for Team NWO, the perfect selection, the perfect man to get in the head of The Undertaker. I can't believe it. I thought we would never see Sting again. Sting in the ring, face to face with The Undertaker. These two men just simply hate one another. Face to face, two icons meet once again. The fourth man for the NWO at Survivor Series. It is Sting and Undertaker once again. Just unbelievable scenes here tonight at Backlash. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode of Universe Mode. I hope you enjoyed this pay-per-view. If you did, in the comments down below, type the word Backlash. If you watched the entire show, if you loved it, make sure you tell me all about it. Slap a like on this episode, share it around to your friends, and subscribe. Survivor Series will be next on pay-per-view for you. In the meantime, we'll have NXT TakeOver in between that. It is a big month of Universe Mode coming up, and you will not want to miss any of it. The Icon Sting returns. One more man will now be announced for Team Raw to take on the NWO at Survivor Series. Who will that man be? We'll find out in the coming weeks of Universe Mode. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode.